has to be, Roy. He's an established friend of Lauren's.
It isn't that I don't want to do it.
Bethany's cousin assured me that you were keen.
Have you looked at your own website?
We've disabled the comments now.
The damage is done.
I cannot and I won't distract from the appeal. Good evening, officers. We were just discussing the merits of a fresh appeal.
Can you do anything about online threats? Because he's getting crucified.
Roy Cropper, I'm arresting you on suspicion of the murder of Lauren Bolton. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which will later line in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
What exactly is this? It's just lazy, isn't it? I mean, you're getting heat on you and you need results. Is that what this is?
Yeah, so you pick on the easy target.
Hey, Suki, what are you doing?
Do you want to comment, Roy?
No.
Just stop.
Are we in?
Oh, don't be matey with him. You're arresting an innocent party here. He's an innocent man. Throwing him under the bus.
Thanks for bringing me up to speed. So you've announced publicly that this is now a murder investigation. Can you tell us privately whether you found a body?
We've found traces of blood and human tissue, most likely from a blunt head trauma.
But no body.
And nothing to indicate Lauren left home under her own steam. Can we pick up where we left off, Mr. Cropper? When you did your deep clean of the flat, what did you put out for the bins?
General rubbish. Pizza boxes, tins, cans, makeup wipes.
A chair?
Broken, yes. I was going to take it to the tip. We have a fly tipping problem locally.
Was it messy work? Were you worried about your clothes?
I wore an apron and gloves.
For the whole clean?
Yes. It's second nature in my work. Hands in and out of water. Rubber gloves are essential.
Under Lauren's mattress, we found an amount of cash. Your prints were on the notes.
Wages. As I said, Lauren was moving on. And I didn't want her to be out of pocket, so I took round what she was owed. Plus a little extra.
How much extra?
£27.
Why?
To round it up.
Why did you pay her extra?
I felt sorry for her.
Was she grateful?
I don't like the tone of that question.
She was. She was hungry. She was always hungry. I'm sorry, what you're saying, are you certain that Lauren's dead?
These days, it's very difficult for someone to just disappear the way Lauren did. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about that conversation, Roy? Or about that day?
No, I have told you everything, word for word. It's the last time I saw her.
The last time anyone saw her.
Did you have Lauren's phone number?
Of course. To arrange shifts. Sometimes to chivvy her along. She wasn't the most organised.
How well did you know Lauren outside of work?
She was a teenager. I sometimes doubted we were speaking the same language.
Were you friends online, gaming, and so on?
With respect, does Mr. Cropper look like a gamer to you?
We don't like to pigeonhole. Were you Facebook friends? Did you follow her on Instagram?
I abhor social media.
What about Ovid's? Were you one of Lauren's fans?
My client doesn't even know what Ovid's is.
Your client can answer for himself. Were you aware of Lauren having any involvement in sex work?
Again, I think we can take that as a no.
Do you need me to remind you about coaching of clients?
No. Were you aware, Roy?
I most definitely was not.
Thank you.
though it doesn't entirely surprise me. She did offer herself to me on one occasion.
We have Lauren's phone records. They show a large number of calls and messages, mostly coming from you to her.
I told you she was disorganised.
You said Lauren made a pass at you.
That is correct.
Lauren, who was 18, attractive, didn't struggle to find boyfriends her own age.
Whereas I am in my 60s, not what one would consider conventionally attractive, I agree. The idea of her offering sex is obscene.
Are you sure it was offered, or did you misinterpret?
I am absolutely sure. She had warped values, thanks to her father and his associates. She didn't think that her wit and her kindness were enough.
Were you fond of her?
As fond as one is for any workmate.
Is that what prompted you to clean her flat so meticulously, even washing the sheets she slept in?
No, that was out of concern for Evelyn, plumber. Her landlord was going to charge her for a professional deep clean. Had I known that Lauren had been attacked there, that it was essentially a scene of crime, obviously I wouldn't have touched a thing. You have to believe me.
When Lauren went missing, why weren't you worried?
I was. I tried to talk her out of it.
Were you angry when she didn't listen?
No, I was frustrated. No, disappointed. Thought she was throwing away the chance of a better life.
What was wrong with the chair?
Well, it was broken. Had a leg missing. I threw it out with all the other rubbish. Why?
We found traces of Lauren's blood and tissue on it, enough to believe it was used as a weapon.
Not by me.
Did you find Mr. Cropper's fingerprints on it?
No.
No.
No. I wore gloves throughout. I wouldn't attack Lauren. I wouldn't attack anyone. I'm not a violent person.
Do you recognise this?
Condom wrapper.
With your fingerprints on?
No, not possible.
You said you wore gloves the whole time you were at that flat. You were adamant about it.
Yeah, I did. I took them off, the gloves. I thought I had finished for the day, and then I spotted the wrapper.
Well, that's one explanation. Now you've been presented with the facts.
It is the explanation.
Another is this condom was opened earlier. Days, if not weeks earlier. Is that what really happened?
I didn't open it. I merely picked it up.
Did you use this condom before Lauren disappeared? Before you tried to remove all traces of your presence from that flat? I'm ending this interview at 19:47.
Is that it? Can I go home now?
Look, Mr. Cropper has been extremely cooperative. But I don't know how you're linking him to a murder when you've got no body and only the most circumstantial of evidence.
It's a complex investigation.
And Lauren Bolton was a chaotic, borderline criminal young woman. Okay, for all we know, she's just up sticks and gone to ground.
Leaving no trace, physical or digital? With respect, you haven't seen the Sockos team's findings.
No, but I also haven't seen any proven connection to my client. So can he go home?
I'm prepared to release him
Thank you.
on police bail.
Well, that implies guilt.
I can't stress enough, Mr. Cropper. This is an extremely serious crime. You'll be placed on curfew and asked to report to the police station weekly until further notice.
Can they do that when I've done nothing wrong? Make me a prisoner in my own home?
They can.
At least you're home now, eh?
On bail. People can infer what they like from that. No smoke without fire, etc., etc.
Didn't you dispute it?
I was lucky to get it, apparently.
Lucky.
Some officers would have remanded him.
I am under curfew, confined to barracks 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., which rather puts the kibosh on my cabaret career.
Roy, you just made a joke. Tonight of all nights.
Well, I thought it would land better. I've had enough of being Mr. Doom and Gloom, the accused. I prefer to act like an innocent man.
Well, I think that ship might have sailed. What exactly is it? It's just lazy, isn't it? I mean, you're getting heaps of
Who would put this online? Video of someone who's not even been charged.
Clickbait, entertainment.
Entertainment?
Yeah. Cheap thrills for people who aren't connected.
I'm a freak, apparently. The cardigan that gives it away, I don't want to see anymore.
Oh, Roy. I'm so sorry.
This too shall pass. When I've been eliminated from the inquiries and I have my life back, though, sadly, the voyeurs will move on to someone else.
Well, you can only do what you can do.
Is he kidding himself?
Honestly. Well, there's no harm in thinking positively.
Is he kidding himself?
I've seen people go down for less.